Good evening, and welcome back to another week of In the Spotlight with Tabitha Collins. Hi, I'm Tabitha Collins, and we have a very special guest on this evening. We have Miss Kimberly Evans with Just Her Ride Share. And Miss Kimberly Evans is the founder and the CEO of Just Her Ride Share. It is a community of women riders providing a safe, stressful, free environment, alternative share ride, founded in 2020, based out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Miss Kimberly Evans, welcome to In the Spotlight. We're so glad to have you this evening.
Thank you, Tabitha. It's such a pleasure to be with you all today. Thank you.
And because we're not a super long program, I want to just get right into it. I want to be able to put that information out there and in the hands of our viewers. So again, welcome. And if you could please share with our audience, our local global audience, what is Just Her Ride Share Inc? What do you all do, and what service do you provide to the community?
Absolutely. So Just Her Rideshare is a rideshare community of women drivers and riders. As you stated earlier, we are providing a safe, stress-free alternative rideshare where we pair women drivers and riders together. And due to safety reasons, we know that it's very important, especially in the rideshare industry these days, that we sort of mitigate these risk factors against women. I mean, there have been thousands of assaults against women within the top ride sharing company that are already out there. And our goal is to be able to provide a platform, a safe environment where women get the right to choose how they experience riding with others.
And let me make sure I'm understanding this correctly. So this Just Her Ride, is this for women going to work, or where are they going? Like why do we need this service? Why, if someone goes to your page and they're looking you up on the internet, and what are they looking for? What is the core of the service?
So the core of the service, we are a technology company that provides transportation. So when you think of the ride sharing industry, you think of industry leaders like Uber and Lyft. We're no different from them, except we're building community with women drivers and riders. So women use this platform to go to work. They use this platform to take their children to school, to go to the market. Our top two customer segments are career women who travel, socialites who want to go out on the town, but are afraid to take a ride share late at night due to safety reasons, and then also college students as well. So those are our top two largest customer segments. So they use it as a mode of transportation. We also have a social impact to what we do. So women who are impacted by social issues like domestic violence and sexual assault, sex trafficking, or displaced families, we provide transportation to them as well.
Okay, that's where I was going. That's what I was trying to get to the heart of. So this is great, because I know myself, I've you download Uber, you download Lyft, and you say, oh my God, it's 12 o'clock at midnight, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and you don't really feel comfortable necessarily getting those transport. You hear the news, carjackings, being held up, things of that nature. What makes you stand out from them as far as safety? What are you doing? What's our guarantee, if there is one?
So if you look at the statistics, our goal is not to discriminate or to say that all men in the ride sharing industry are perpetrating crimes. But statistically, if you look at the data, women are less likely to perpetrate crimes against each other. And so a lot of these serious sexual crimes, over 40% of women have had to report uncomfortable encounters, including serious sexual crimes. And these were perpetrated by men in large. And so when you pair women together, you mitigate risk factors. Of course, we can't guarantee 100%, because even though men are more likely to perpetrate these crimes, there are women who lure other women into prostitution and sex trafficking.
Right.
And so our goal is to create the platform. We do comprehensive background checks. We have security features within our app, including an SOS that directly connects you to the police or a contact you have loaded. We use a 4-digit security code that must be confirmed at the time the driver and the rider connect. And then also we have Track My Ride, where you can have a contact or someone track your ride visually to see. All of these things in place can help mitigate safety risks.
So while you're in the car with someone can like see you physically while you're riding to your destination?
They can't see you physically from the camera, but they can track your location through a mapping system. I would love to be able to have something like that. You know, when we think about these crimes that are perpetrated, again, like I said, there's not 100%. You know, if you've heard the stories where they warned us that when you get into the vehicle, it's very important not to make it to point B, right? So if you're A and you're in a very unsafe situation, you know, there are certain measures you can take to not get to point B, because we know statistically women don't make it out of point B. We can't mitigate all of those risk factors, but we can mitigate a lot of them. And we do that by these safety features. So, you know, tracking the ride and making sure that a contact knows, and making sure that you're verifying the vehicle that you're getting into, that you're verifying the driver, can help to mitigate those risks, those safety risks.
This is really cool though. And when we come back from commercial, we're going to talk about your social media platforms and how people can get plugged in. And we're going to talk about, you know, like, do you have an app? Like Lyft and Uber have apps. And so not only can you use your services, you can also become a driver. Is that
Yes,
do you all
yes,
have that?
I'd love to talk about that. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, we are going to go to a brief break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about how everyone can get plugged in, how they can become a driver if they want to, or how they can download the app and use your services. To be honest, I am so excited that you're on, because that really actually brought a level of comfort to over me. Because I know I've been in that situation. I've been out in Vegas, and I was like, oh, Uber's so expensive. I'll go to Lyft. And I also want to talk about, you know, what that looks like financially too, right? And even if this is something that, you know, do people schedule you and have say, okay, I'll be back next month, or you know, every Wednesday, every Thursday, every Friday? Do you even have that as an option for your drivers and your riders?
Yeah, we'll dive deep into it after the commercial. I'd love to
Sure.
share everything that we're doing.
Great. So we want everyone to sit back and enjoy, and we will be back after a brief moment from our sponsors within the spotlight and Miss Kimberly Evans, CEO and founder of Just Her Ride Share. Thank you, and welcome back to In the Spotlight with Tabitha Collins. I'm your guest host, Tabitha Collins, and I have Miss Kimberly Evans back from commercial break, And before we left for break, we were saying we were going to dive into a few questions. And so let's just get right at it. Miss Kim, tell us what makes your company stand out from among the rest, like a Uber and a Lyft, as far as safety, as far as backgrounds. Um, what would make us say, let me go look in the Google Play Store, let me look in the App Store and download this app and use this service?
Well, one of the things that make us stand out, we're a niche market, obviously because we are a community of women drivers and riders. So that there sets us apart. The fact that we're not just driving women or creating a safe work environment, but we're building community with them through our community platform, Just Her Hub. Now, that is a place where women connect and engage and support one another, as well as our social initiatives. So we have drivers, they have a driver's corner and they build community with each other. So as we're looking in the industry and we're doing customer discovery and we're trying to determine if we have a real product market fit, when we're interviewing women, we're asking them, what is it that you want? While safety by far was the number one narrative, the number one concern, it wasn't the only narrative. It was about community that we were building. And we believe that that added to our value prop and what we have to offer. I would say everything that Uber and Lyft are not doing, we're focused on. So that's
Awesome.
what will make us different, as even as much as competitive rates as well. So I think that we're going to be able to offer this amazing product to the market that gives women safety, assurance of safety, also gives them the opportunity to build community with each other. It gives them not only flexibility, but it's a lucrative platform for the drivers because we've already compared the differences and they know that they're going to earn a lot more on our platform.
So if I wanted to download the app, is it the same where you attach your debit card, your credit card? Is that, how does that work?
It is the very same thing.
Okay.
We're not reinventing the wheel. The rideshare industry is expected to be about $210 billion by 2026. So it
Wow.
has staying power. It's not going anywhere. The shared economy is not going anywhere. And there's something very interesting about the way this has become a phenomenon. So it's already been done. It's already been proven in the market. It has staying power. So we're not reinventing the wheel. You download our app the very same way you would download an Uber or a Lyft app through the Play Store or the App Store, through Google Play or the App Store. And it basically works pretty much the same way. There's three different components that has to do with mapping, that has to do with the driver location and the customer location. And you pull those together just like you would a regular ride share to get the closest driver to the closest customer.
And right now, are you only in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, or do you have other locations?
So we are built globally. Our
Okay.
platform is built
Okay.
globally, but we are focusing on the North and South Carolina area, but also focusing on a Chicago and Houston as well.
Nice.
So we're slowly building these out, but I got to tell you, we're hearing from women all over the country, from Omaha, Nebraska, from Scottsdale, Arizona, to Detroit, Michigan. So these women love what we're doing. They want us to come there, but we are going to follow the data. We're going to go where the data leads us and lets us know when it's time to expand into other markets. So we cover 8 or 9 cities in North and South Carolina, and then Chicago and Houston. We're working on that.
And what if someone comes to you and they say, are you franchising?
We have considered that as a part of our business model. At this point, we are not,
Okay.
but we have considered it. We've had conversations about what that could look like as a business model.
Absolutely. Especially in, like some of the major cities. I know I'm from the Pennsylvania, Reading, Philadelphia area myself, born and raised. And, when you're from them hardcore cities, you like Chicago, I lived there for 4 years. This is something that I would have jumped at because safety is a major concern. in those areas. So that's exciting to know that that's out there in Chicago. So if I wanted to become a driver audience, what do I do to apply? It's like, Miss Kim, I'm using your service. I love it so much that I want to leave my job and come work for you. And how do I become a part of this?
Well, I got to tell you, we have had an influx since we launched. We've had an influx of customers, downloads, as well as drivers. I got to tell you, these women are excited about what we're doing, both as a rider and a driver. If you want to become a driver on our platform, then go to the Google Play or your App Store and download the app. It's very simple to create an account to get started. We also have made it as seamless as we possibly can. If you go to our website at justherrideshare.com, we will, and go to the driver tab, we have spelled it out for you. Step 1, step 2, step 3, we will walk you through the process to help you get onboarded. And so we're looking for drivers. We need drivers and more drivers and more drivers because we have such a high demand of customers as well. So,
And are we only hiring women?
I'm sorry?
Do you only hire women? If men are watching this broadcast and they might say, oh, this would be great for my daughter, my auntie, my sister,
Yes.
to use this service. But are men welcome to use this service, and are men welcome to work there?
So we are a community of women drivers and riders. Our goal
Okay.
is not to exclude anyone, but we're building community around women. There are other platforms that men can take part in. Now, we are not going to, there are going to be times where men could potentially be passengers. If you are traveling and you're with your spouse or your significant other, and you want to use Just Her Rideshare, but what we've done, Tabitha, is we've put the power in the hands of the driver and the rider. While we cannot discriminate, we do have a civil right to opt out of something when it feels unsafe for us. So
Gotcha.
if a driver is comfortable with that, then it is totally her call. If a rider a rider will always get a woman driver passenger.
Okay.
But it could work the other way around if there is an opportunity. But what we're encouraging men to do is to support us. You have wives, you have daughters, you have sisters, and
Right.
we're going to protect them on this platform. When we talk about the element of fear, we all have feared things at some point in our lives. But there's a different level of fear when it comes to a male who is in fear of something versus a woman. And so men don't necessarily feel unsafe when they're taking sort of some of the industry leader rideshare companies. So we're trying to protect women. We're trying to give them a safe space to have a comfortable ride, and also to earn income in a safe environment.
Ms. Kim, I appreciate you being on the show so much this week. And I want everyone out there in the audience to like and share our show. We ask everyone at Just Her Rideshare to like and share in the spotlight so we can get that word out there globally, so women know that you are here to stay, and this is a safe place for them to work and ride. And if you could just go ahead quickly before we close out and share all of your social media handles. So outside of sharing the show and sharing the show, our viewers will know how to reach you.
Yes, follow us on all social media platforms at Just Her Ride. Subscribe to our newsletter to get updates at justherrideshare.com, and also become a part of our community platform, Just Her Hub. And you can get there through community.justherrideshare.com. It's a place where our hubbers meet, and we're so excited because we're building community with women. So yes, we would love to have that support.
And we are this season at WYTV7. We're in a season of encouraging our viewers. Could you leave us with a few encouraging words this evening?
Yes, I would say what I posted something today that says no matter what you're going through, you've been through, or what you're going through today, you get the option to rewrite, to redefine, to retell your story. The world is your canvas. Show up and make something beautiful. Know that you can do all things, and go for what you want. Time is sensitive and short, and many of us do not have, there's a short time to the journey that we're on. So make the best of it. If it's a business, go for it. If it's school, go for it. If it's a career, go for it. And don't be afraid to fail.
Absolutely. I couldn't have said it better myself. And if you would like to reach me and you're interested in being on our show, and if you know of any nonprofits that would like to also come on in the spotlight so we can share and grow their business as well this season, please reach out to me at 980-907-3138, or you can email me at tabithaspotlight@gmail.com. Thank you so much for being on this week. Thank you again so much, Miss Kimberly Evans. And please, please like and share our show. We want to give Just Her Ride out in space for all to enjoy. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week here on In the Spotlight at 6 p.m. Take care, have a safe week, and God bless.
Thank you.